Hi, my name is Tina White, and I'm director of the Northern New England Young Inventors program. And I'm here again with my friend Thomas, and we're coming to you from our own backyard. Many of you are celebrating holidays like Passover or Easter, or even just a warm spring sunny day. And we encourage you to do today's YIP at Home challenge outside if you can. Today's challenge is all about retesting and playing around with things that don't work. It's also about realizing that an experiment that doesn't work the way you thought it would isn't a failure. In fact, that's how we learn, by testing and redoing and redesigning. And that's how we can create magnificent and brilliant inventions. Thomas, do you know what the E in STEAM stands for?
Engineering.
Engineering. And engineering is kind of a big, broad, complicated term. But basically, it's designing and building. Engineers build all sorts of things, from bridges to towers to simple machines and robots. Engineers tackle all sorts of challenges to help solve both natural and man-made problems. And the biggest thing that an engineer does in their work is to test. They don't just go with their first model. Often they're building, rebuilding, trying new materials, playing around with sizes, playing around with shapes, until they come up with the design that works the best. Thomas, do you know how many tries it took Thomas Edison to make a light bulb that actually worked?
6,000.
6,000 times. Exactly. Mr. Edison's biggest hurdle was finding a filament that would not burn out quickly, that was going to be strong enough, and that would also be affordable so that people could buy it. He and his team tested over 6,000 types of filaments before they came up with the magic one, and it was carbonized bamboo. Thomas Edison's positive attitude and his perseverance are model qualities that engineers must have to be successful inventors. If you want to learn more about Thomas Edison, one of our favorite videos can be found on Storybots on Netflix Junior. We really like this video, and now would be a great time to pause our video if you want to go to the link that we provided below, or that goes along with this YIP at Home challenge to learn more about Thomas Edison. So for today's YIP at Home challenge, we're going to use a classic spring treat, the super sugary, ultra colorful Peep. Thomas, do you like Peep? Wait, we needed that.
Who cares?
Well, lucky for you, we have more. But if you don't have a Peep at home, you can certainly use other things that you have around the house. Today's challenge, you're going to test your engineering and design skills to build a parachute that will slowly and safely carry a lightweight object, like a Peep, down to the ground. What are we going to do today?
Peep parachute.
Peep parachutes. Thomas, what's a parachute?
Something where people can go down, 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 without falling and getting hurt.
Exactly. A parachute is something that often skydivers use when jumping out of planes. I wouldn't want to jump out of a plane, would you?
Yeah.
Yes? I hope you have a good parachute.
No, I would make sure there'd be no parachute.
No parachute? I would definitely want a parachute. A parachute is made out of lightweight fabric or material, and it's shaped kind of like an umbrella that can help people safely jump from an airplane. Air resistance, or the air that pushes back up on the fabric as it falls, kind of like filling up a balloon, will slow down its motion to bring its object, the skydiver, safely to the ground. The larger the parachute, the more resistance that it has, and the slower the object that it holds will fall. So it's time to get started. To do this challenge, you can use all sorts of materials that you find around the house. And because you're going to test and retest and even design and redesign, you might want to try all the different types of things that you can find around the house. But the one constant, or the thing that does not change, is the lightweight object that the parachute carries to the ground, like the Peep. The other constant is that when you're testing, you always want to make sure that you're dropping the parachute from the same location. so that it's falling the same distance every time you try. Thomas, show us some examples of objects that friends can use for their object.
Lego people.
Oh, Lego figures, awesome.
Cotton ball.
Cotton.
Cotton balls. And Easter egg, which I know you all have Easter eggs because today's Easter.
Lots of things you could find. You could also use an empty yogurt container. There are lots of lightweight objects. The key is that it's lightweight. And what are materials that people could use of for their parachute?
Fabric, cloth, tissue paper, balloons, face masks.
Fantastic. All good things. Again, the sky's the limit. So be creative and use whatever you can find. All right, and we're back to talk more about the challenge. So for your Peep parachute challenge, the next step is to take your materials and design a parachute for your lightweight object. Then you're going to attach your object to your parachute, and you're going to find a good location to drop your parachute from. So today we're using our tree fort. You'll want to look for a place that's maybe about 4 feet above the ground, and certainly make sure that you check with an adult at home about your drop location before you go out to test. Now, the next thing that you may want to use as you're testing, if you'd like, is a stopwatch and maybe even a tape measure to measure the distance of your drop every time. Or use the stopwatch to see how long it takes for your parachute to fall. So we're going to give ours a try now.
Oh my God.
All right, and so we're ready to test our parachutes. Okay, Thomas, which one are we working first?
The drop.
All right. Oh, we're using a plastic bag with an egg carton holding our Peep. Okay.
What?
You gonna drop it?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, that's cool. All right. And Thomas, tell us about your second parachute design.
it has cardboard, string, and felt.
And a felt fabric cradle. Okay. Give it a try when you're ready.
I need a big breeze.
A big breeze? Okay.
And
3, 2, 1, launch.
ooh.
All right.
Good at your
Okay, and this is our third design. Thomas, what did you use for this design?
face mask.
The face mask. Oh, that one didn't work so well.
Whoa.
All right, our last design. Oh, Bruce. There's our dog. And he might have gotten a Peep.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Uh-oh.
But we still have it. You guys didn't see it because Bruce.
Well, as you can tell, we've been having lots of fun with this YIP at Home challenge, and we hope that you do too. Please send us your pictures or videos. You can email us at hello@aas-world.org or send an email to your teacher with a photo. We can't wait to see what you design.